Really very happy to see you all here for a specific purpose that we will be talking about as to how to achieve that purpose and how to go about it. This is a special course that we have started called Integrated NDA course, and therefore we will like to apprise you at the beginning as to what is the career options that are after 11th and 12th. It is a crossroad for your career and life both. And thereafter, we will be talking about as to how you should prepare for National Defence Academy and what are the various subjects on the examination pattern by one of the faculty here, who himself has qualified NDA written test, became an officer in NDA, unfortunately because of the ill health he had to leave. We have still another officer called Brigadier Kumar, Ramesh Kumar with us, who has been in NDA and who knows about it as to how the life is in the armed forces and how the life is for the cadet once you join the National Academy. So he will be briefing you on those accounts also. So definitely we will be applying completely on these three aspects: the career option for youth at the junction of 12th class. Thereafter, how you should go ahead to enter NDA and schedule of examination, how you should prepare, and thereafter you will be briefed about how is the life in armed forces and how is the life in NDA, what are the pay and perks which has to be highlighted for you to make. Now this is the only career for the youth like you where there is no reservation, where only merit counts. If you go for all other exams, let's say, first of all, there are no government exams after 12 o'clock where you can get a career. It is only for the Defence Forces NDA that when you are at 16 and a half years old, you get employed, in the sense you are get into the training at National Defence Academy. The age limit for that is 16 and a half years to 19 and a half years. That means if you join earliest, 4 years of training, 4 years of training, at the age of approximately 21 years that we became, you become a class 1 gazetted officer. Now I am asking you from you, where is the government where you can get a class 1 gazetted officer job, commissioned officer job at the age of 21? If you are the civil world and not in the defence, you are still moving around from pillar to post. So seek admission in a college, be it BTech, BE or medical or IT. So this opportunity that we are getting, we gave a lot of thought here in Cavalier, which has been established here for almost from year 1993, as to how we provide the best course for the student so that they do not have any difficulty in clearing India written test, and at the first instance they can clear and join the National Defence Academy. That's what we are going to brief you also. Now, the next point I want to highlight, that any decent career in civil world is only after graduation. You have to be, and that too you have to be doing very well in graduation. If you take a civil services, where almost 10 to 12 lakhs people appear and 1100 people get recommended as an officer. If you take up National Defence Academy at a very youngful age of yours, approximately 5 lakh get registered, but generally they appear 3 lakhs on average, 3 lakhs. And how many get qualified? Approximately 400. And thereafter you are in the training, and when you go to academy, you are not paying for your living, you are not paying for your hostel, you are not paying for your food, you are not paying for your kapda. That means roti, makan, and kapda is free right from the training period. Where does it happen at the age of 12? So therefore, I presume now that you have already thought that my career is going to be the defence forces. That's why you are here. We have also gone into details about studying this course, integrated course, with two purposes. First purpose is, today India is the most populated country in the world. We have overtaken China. And in that, the youth population is around 23% to 24% in our population. So this is the youth which is going to be useful and skilled for development of India and to make India as an Atmanirbhar Bharat. You are the pillar now. Now you have to decide where to get into. and add to that pillar. You are going to be the power, and we have to harness this power in India itself, rather than you going to USA, going to Australia, going to Canada. And therefore, I personally feel that after 12th, the best career suited for the youth like you, if you have got an inclination, is joining defense forces through National Defense Academy, and we have got this integrated course with you. That means while you are doing 11th class and 12th class, you are doing the focus study for the various subjects for which you will be appearing in the entrance test, which will be highlighted by one of the faculty. So you don't have to separately prepare for the entrance NDA exam written test, Union Public Service Commission, which is there. We have also observed that people who have got in CPS 93%, 94%, and the state board 95% and 96%, not able to qualify NDA, UPSC written exam. Only reason is they have mugged it up, they have rattled everything, they have impressed the school, and they have got the percentage. But so far effective intelligence is concerned, average intelligence is concerned, perhaps that was not there while attempting to the questions that are given in NDA, UPSC exam paper, which is basically only 2 papers. You don't have to worry about JEE, if you are paying for joint entrance test, or if you are paying for only 2 papers are there, answer everything is over. English and the general ability test, which will be again highlighted by one of our faculty here. So why not? Here is a career option which provides you everything that you need. And your parents will be so happy to know that you have got up a career, a special career, at the age of 21 years. I think if I am a parent, I will be very, very happy. Then you may be thinking, why have you not sent your children? Well, I have sent them. They are there. They were commissioned at the age of 21 because I didn't have money. I earned, I enjoyed, I finished. I was not in business. I said no donation after 12th to any college for engineering. No donation to any medical institute for doing the medical. Where was the money? There was no money. And most of us do not have money. Forget about me. We all belong to lower middle class or middle class. And when we joined academy, we were from the villages. When Sunday school developed and military KBs came in, so that was the state. Today you have a lot of facilities. Use those facilities to crack this NDA only at 12, while you are in 12. So while you are in 12th class, and the NDA exam takes place, first exam takes place in September. You have gone from 11th to 12th after April. Now 12th is the written test, first NDA test that will be facing. If you can catch the train, well, you are a very successful candidate, because September you appear for the written test, which will train you in the integrated course that we have all planned for. Then you get a call, result in 2 months, October, November results come, thereafter is the SSB, and January you will be told on second Sunday to join the National Defense Academy with all free, roti kapda makan. Whereas your course mates, your class side, who are in 12th at that time, they will pass 12th, and thereafter they will be searching college, Ramaiah College, to RP College, to Riva College, to that college, and your parents will be very much worried. Kya hoga? And in that also there is a management quota, which extends from anywhere 10 lakhs to 12 lakhs minimum in a normal college. I'm not talking about the high-fi college, where most of us can't afford to join there. So there is a management quota, there is a government quota. Government quota merit is very, very high. Unless you are less than 25,000 in the merit of your JEE or entrance test, you will get all small colleges, those who open in apartments and all, and claim themselves as engineering colleges without any facilities. And you will pass out saying, I am B now, B.Tech. What B.Tech? Today the skill department of Government of India says that only in the last 4 years before the pandemic, 47% youth were only employed, technical youth. Today it has progressed to another 5%. That means 52 to 54% youth who are technical engineering graduate. After all, engineering graduate is the basic now education for everybody. By default it has become. Most of us our children are going for the education, for engineering. So it says that 54% is the employability rate. That means 43 out of the 47% youth who are engineering graduate are unemployed. It's a very large figure. So क्या करेगा वो? He will become a bus conductor. He will join a CPWD somewhere. He will be some assistant somewhere, clerical job. This is the plight of the youth. So please realize that is not your choice. That is not your option. Why go that way? And suppose you have a dream to become a civil service officer, join IAS, AFCAT, AFCAT. You have to wait for 3 years, at least, BSc, after 12. In that 3 years, life ko kya hoga? What will happen to you? So far academics are concerned, so far your parents' economy is concerned, so far your ghar-bar is concerned, kya hoga? 3 years is a long time. And thereafter you have to keep practicing. First time, second time, third time to pass a civil service exam. That's what is happening. And even if you pass, most of us are in general category, there is a reservation. You may not get it. You may not get it, okay? So that is the state outside, my dear students. And we have thought that this integrated course is the most suited for the youth like you. And now the best thing is that doors are open for even women candidates. The first batch of the candidate for the National Defence Academy, there were almost 19 vacancies. Now, I have heard that in a year's time or so, they are going to increase it to maximum 40 vacancies for the women, likely to come up. But it requires government sanction. And when you increase the vacancies of the girls, actually the vacancies of the boys will reduce. It's not that you increase only women, that's what is going to happen. So government has to take a very cautious step to increase the vacancies of the women. And slowly the women candidates are being also pushed in combatant role. Combatant role means ladai karega. He will go in the field, he will fly the aircraft, he will go in the submarine, go in the ship. My point is, some of us may not be prepared, but let us prepare ourselves. You have a good career. But some parents have the feeling that the safety of the life is at risk. Oh, mar jayega. Marna to kahin bhi marega. Why in armed forces only? In armed forces, please remember, only 60% is in the combatant form, combatant role. Rest 40% are normal administration support. Normal administration support. You join there if you are that worried about the safety of your life. So parents should not have that feeling or wrong perception that joining defense forces means danger to life. It doesn't happen. So therefore, my dear students, my dear youth, we have specially thought experienced faculty from last 1994 we started this academy, and almost how many years you can see now today, 18 years more than that. We thought, let us pick up youth, let us pick now men and women, both are boys and girls, both train them while they are in 11th and 12th and let them get into the national defense again. Because no point moving around after your college. After college, the youth become very free. Today, youth become very free. They are easily available for all stupid job, I must say that. Unwanted, unsocial activities, they are involved. So you don't know 3 years is a long time, what will happen to you? So my dear students and my dear parents, my request, and I am also a parent. I have also got children, and others also, he also tell his experience, that you must advise and must motivate your children to catch up a career which is as early as possible and settle down well in life at an early stage so that your worry is over. And not only your parents' worry, your own worry will be over. Your generation will be set right. So this course we are conducting on all Sundays, which have started now. All Sundays we will be conducting, and also on gazetted holidays. Sundays from 9 to 1 or 9:30 to 1:30, and on gazetted holidays we will be doing it from 10 to 4. This is the schedule. We have also said that if you are giving this course, integrated course for you for 11th and 12th students, then giving this only written is not good enough. In this 3 years, 2 years or 1 year, we must also groom you to become officer-like. That means when you go after passing NDA written test for the SSB, high probability is there for you to qualify. Because you will be watching these people who are from the armed forces, they will be training you, you will know what you have to do. You will make yourself fit and you will meet the bill of armed forces, what is required. What is required for that? Cavalier, we have suggested and we are going to start that training of SSB which is conducted here for 2 weeks will be given free to you. You will be given free training for the SSB training once you pass your written test, and that itself is a great asset that you will be getting from Cavalier. We are charging almost 16,000 rupees fees plus the hostel charges plus the food and plus the other comfort transport. So it comes up quite high, but that we are getting it free. And our effort also will be, along with your effort, that maximum students from Cavalier, from this integrated course pass the NDA exam. Already 4 or 5 girls students have passed. Some students NDA have also passed.
If you go through the website of UPSC, which conducts all the testing process, you will realize what I am saying. By their statistics, the ratio of applicant to the vacancy is highest for armed forces. And mind you, it's only for those UPSC entries. There are many other entries which are not through the UPSC. If you take that, the ratio goes much higher. So that's one consideration that you can consider. The second consideration that I want to highlight is again from the UPSC website. If you see the ratio of, which is, I would say is very encouraging or good for the aspirants, but the ratio of the applicant to the success is the lowest. So when you consider this, I can categorically say that it's one of the most sought after career. And what I am saying is it's a very challenging process to enter the armed forces. That's why the ratio is so less. If you take out some of those key like NDA or some of the women entries, I can say that the ratio of success is just about 1%. And that is a challenge. And that is why I said complimented you all for having decided to join Cavaliers and to start your preparation so early. It's very much required. And we have a thorough testing process. I think nowhere else we have such an elaborate testing process, because you are entering, making it a choice, because it's a different way of life that you're going. It's a life throughout. It's not only while service, it's not 24/7, 9 months, 10 months, no, it is 365 days, 24/7. Whether you're on leave, whether you're off, whether it is, there's no choice. It's going to be a life, armed forces, you're going to be active. And not only that, even after that, armed forces, today also I think I'm equally passionate, or people are equally passionate about me being in the armed forces. So keep that in mind. Okay. Broadly, I'll quickly cover some of these aspects, just so that we have go through a process and you are very clear what lies ahead for you. What do you get when you join the armed forces? It's a very challenging job, as I mentioned. Some of it is what is flash, the bravery, the excitement. But the bravery, the excitement that you get is not something that we see on a day-to-day basis on the roads. Some goons are coming and you oppose. You'll do that. You'll do that or you'll not do it. Why? You'll run away. Why? You should stand oppose them. And that's what bravery, that being our concept is. But in armed forces it's altogether different. Take that top photo is iconic photo. Anyone can identify that? Any guess? Yeah, Kargil, Tiger is very well. I mean, just imagine the what they would have gone through when they were preparing for the battle, that operation. Many of them knew that they will not reach the top, not because of enemy fire. It could be because of their own colleagues walking in front, some stone rolling down, because that's what the terrain was. They knew many of them would reach on top, maimed. But I can assure you, it's not my unit, but I can guarantee that no one in that unit would have said, no, I'm not opting for it. They would have been crazed to be the first to lead the attack. That is bravery, knowing very well what is in store for them. Okay, fine, bravery ho gaya. Excitement. I mean, just think of the excitement of hoisting the tricolor there after the operation. What they would have, he might be without his arms, legs, but still holding on to that tricolor there. That excitement, if you can feel it, if you can visualize that, I think it's something that is unmatched. And that is what I'm saying you get in armed forces. Realize that. It's unmatched, I can assure you. And victory, pride, honor, I'm not going to explain all those things, you can well imagine that. Imagine the pride of that young officer. I mean, I'm not saying that the lady officer, she is still young, I don't know where when was that photo taken. But still, you can imagine that, her expression shows it. Whether she is receiving a salute from a subordinate or she is giving a salute to a senior. The pride in her, that is what the armed forces gives you. The challenge is unmatched challenge. Each day is a challenge, I can assure you that. I mean, we all experience it. Each day is different. You don't know what is going to happen in the evening, and I can vouch for it. We were way back in 88 or something, 88, 89, 88, in Jammu Kashmir, place called Magwam along the LC. My unit was deployed, but I was in the rear, not on the LC, but somewhere about 10 kilometers behind it. We had it was for 2 months. My wife had joined me with my small baby daughter, 2 years old, not even to 1.5. Morning I had gone to the neighboring unit for some work. I was detailed to go there. Came back. When I came back at around 1 o'clock, I get a message that you have to take an operation because some militants had been seen somewhere, and I had to prepare, and within 2 hours I had to leave. I said, fine, I'll get ready, pass the instructions. Reached home, my wife tells me I had just taken the baby to the hospital, and the doctors suspect probably said typhoid, we need to do something. I said, please do it, I'm going. I mean, that's a challenge, what I'm trying to say. You don't know what's going to happen in the evening, in spite of whatever you do. And each life is different. You can, not only, I'm not saying only the negative, there's wonderful life that you can lead when you have the opportunity. But yeah, it's pluses, minus, that's what you need to realize. And for all these things, I can assure you, no one is looking for some gladiator. We are looking for normal human beings whom you and me think that he or she is good. We all have an impression. So it's not that we are looking for superhuman beings. No, armed forces are looking for normal human beings with normal qualities which we all, you can just read it for yourself, some of them. You have to be intelligent, reasonably intelligent. We don't want super intelligent or all 99%. Yes, we do get those people. I mean, recently you must have read in one of the IITs, the topper of the university was a Major Saab from the Army EME who had gone there in a subject which very, very new, artificial intelligence. So we do get such people also, and IIT I'm saying, you are doing his MTech. But you should be able to communicate his views, intelligence, you should be able to interact with a lot of people, you should have faith in your abilities and carry out your task, and of course you should take calculated risk. So these are normal qualities that we are looking for. I can assure you that no one is looking for gladiators. I think most of them have been covered by Commander Prakash, so I will not go through into detail what you get while you once you join the armed forces. Early career years, 21, you are a class 1 gazetted officer commanding at least 30 odd people as a platoon commander, which is the lowest that you can think of. Or flying an aircraft, just taking off on your own at the age of 21. And cost of the aircraft, you all know it. You could be driving the best of the tank wherever you want. Imagine the excitement that you get. And that is what armed forces give you. Respect, service that you do, camaraderie. I can assure you, each one of us today also, as a retired person, if I ring up someone, my entire organization will help me to do that. That is the camaraderie, that unmatched camaraderie. It's not, you don't have to be serving there. The fact that you have just said that you are from army, you walk in, I can assure you, you will be treated extremely well. Career progression, you can reach, no one can stop you from becoming the chief of armed forces in whichever service you are. There's no quota, there's nothing that can stop you, it's only your merit. Yeah, job security, salary, perks, those are also there, we will talk about it. I mean, to be specific, to put it down in some figures, you get adequate stipend during a training, your starting salary is close to 1 lakh. And if you, with the allowances that you get at many places, with other perks, your CTC you can comfortably say would be about 2.5 lakhs when you start, I'm talking about. Which organization can give you that? That is what the armed forces provide. Ration, you are entitled to ration. The promotion, as I said, you can be the highest rank. You have free medical for not only for you, your entire family. You have adequate insurance, leave. I mean, forget about being sick, all those things, that is not counted. But you get 60 days of earned leave, what we call it annual leave, and 20 days of casual leave. I mean, which organization can match that? Here, you ask for 3 days, I don't know what your boss will think. You get leave travel concessions to go home if you are not with your family. And some of it are free, some of it are at concession rates. Education, I told you that officer went to IIT at government expense, on government duty, and he has done well. What more can one expect if you want to pursue higher education? You have study leave, okay, it's not, may not be, the government gives you leave. You can pursue whatever education, higher studies that you want. You can think of even your post-retirement. Your best of education facilities. Not only normal schools, the professional college. Take any street, just 2 kilometers from here, we have got 2 professional colleges. Fashion Institute, Army Fashion Institute, and Hotel Management course. It's there in almost all the metros, some institute or the other, which is earmarked for you. Games, sports, adventure, yeah, you're getting paid to keep yourself physically fit. Go and play games. They insist, you don't go there, you'll be punished. That is armed forces. Housing, group housing, canteen facilities, and I think best of the environment, best of club that. And of course, I have not done on it, but it's a good post-retirement facilities also. I wouldn't say that you start thinking of it, especially the aspirants. Okay, it's too far off, but yes, it's quite good. So it's not that we need money or need to work. Yes, it's just to keep ourselves engaged, keep ourselves interactive with the young, that we take part in this. Okay. Now, to get all these things, you need to join the armed forces, and the way how to look about is what is flashed on that. There are websites of all the 3 services. You can go through it. You'll get to know how to join. You'll have a lot of information about the armed forces. Okay. What is this? Yeah. What is it? Huh? National Defense Academy. You haven't seen it?
Yeah.
You have seen it?
I see.
No, I'm asking you. No, you must go and see your dad has seen it. Your dad?
No.
Okay. You have seen it. You must also go and see it. Okay. It's a nice place to be. Okay. This iconic Sudan block. The vision of NDA, which was, such lofty visions, no one can think of it. It's a joint training institution to develop, equip mental, moral and physical attributes in the future leaders of man and leading troops to victory. That is what the vision of NDA was, and it still remains, and I think we are able to succeed. Yeah, anyone? What is it? This is an aerial shot of the center block of NDA, and this depicts the inter-services thing of the National Defense Academy. If you see this indicates an anchor. This side you can see this is the library of the NDA. This is a auditorium of the NDA, which is in the shape of an aircraft. And of course, this is the main administrative block, Sudan block, which is in the shape of a gun. So this shows the true tri-service nature of the armed forces, or NDA. Now we'll just broadly cover. I'm not going to explain to you the various entries. Most of it are graduate entries, but I will deal only with the 12th class entries, which are just 2 of them. For Army men, we have got the NDA. I think you already been told the age limit, everything is there, the notification. There's another entry. If you are not aware of it, there's an entry called 10+2 2Years entry. Very nice entry. It is, you complete the training, you are given an engineering degree also. So, you can consider that also, but these are 2 entries as far as the 12th class entries are concerned. The rest of the graduate entry, we will not test that at present. The NDA entry and 10+2 technical entry scheme is the entry that is there immediately for after 12th class. Both are, NDA is of course unmatched. TS is also a very good entry in which you, based on your 12th class marks, you can appear, you can apply, and depending on the cutoff, you are called for the SSB directly. There is no written exam. But yes, JEE requirement is there. You have to apply for, you have to appear for JEE, and they do consider JEE marks also. The only difference is in NDA you can, as it was brought out, from school you can directly go into the NDA. Whereas in this, you will have to wait for 6 months minimum, because you can only do it, you can apply only after you get your marks, and so you can start only the next course, not in the same immediately after. So you will have to do that running around for your school, college admission and all those things, because you can't complete it. That is the advantage of NDA, you can just move from school to NDA. That's not, of course, all graduate entry. Yeah, since I see some of the parents who might be still less than 42, you also got an option. There's a TA entry. So So you can even consider that. For women, as I said, NDA is the only option. Still, it's not, TS is not open to them as yet. As for Air Force, again, lot of entries, but it's for both women and men and women. After 12th class, it's only NDA, no TS in the Air Force. Any guess what is this photo?
19.
Yeah, very good. This is the first batch of NDA after the first term. After the finished 6 months, I think that's a naval chief. He decided to take a photo of the first batch of women cadets. So that's it. Okay, as far as the Navy is concerned, again, Navy has got 3 entries. I mean, 2 of them are same entry, but there's an option. NDA is there. Through the NDA same exam, you can opt for Naval Academy. So that is a separate entry itself, those who are aspirants for Navy. And of course, they even got the 10+2 TES entry. So Navy has got 3 options as far as you all are concerned. Okay. There are many other entries, we will not test them as at present. Hopefully all of you get into one of these 3 entries or the other services. What is this? Yeah, what is this? Mess. Yeah, cadets mess. Well, in about half an hour's time, it's more than 3,000 cadets are given meals and served meals. I can assure you, once you join the academy, you will also be trained to have an excellent 3-4 course breakfast in less than 5 minutes. And the breakfast, I can assure you, will consist of lot of first course, milk and then you have cornflakes, whatever it is. Second course, eggs or to order, and you can order the egg. You will have thereafter the main bread, butter, jam, and tea, coffee, whatever it is. And all this in 5 minutes, and I can assure you within these 5 minutes you will be able to have, you will be trained, you will develop the capacity to have 10, 12, 15 slices of bread. And I am not saying just out of the blue, we have done it. Okay, so that's the capacity that NDA builds here, and the majestic place to be. I'll quickly cover the SSB procedure. We are not going to go into details. You will be, as it was told, it will be covered later on once you are closer to that stage. But we have got a services selection board. All the 3 services have got that. Army has got 12 boards at different places. Navy has got 5 boards. Air Force has got 5 boards. What is this photo? Yeah. What is this photo? No idea. Make a guess. Passing on to a red curtain. It's a summer batch. What you see, these are the cadets walking back. That is the junior cadets, and that side, who are passing out cadets, pass out from that side. And during the SSB, what are we looking for? We are looking for some qualities like known as officer-like qualities. Again, as I said, we are not going to be dealing with it, but this officer-like qualities, 15 of them are assessed by 3 different assessors, independent assessors during the SSB, using 3 different techniques. The 3 assessors are psychologists, interviewing officers, and ground testing officers, GTOs. They use 3 different Mansa, Vacha, Karmana. Mansa is mind, done by the psychologist, your subconscious mind. Vacha is your interviewing officer through your words, interview, your conscious mind, done by the interviewing officer, and Karmana, your karam, on your ground, in a group, in a team, on ground, done by the ground testing officer. So that is what the SSB test consists of. The qualities are assessed under stressful conditions with minimum time so that your natural tendency comes out. It's not that you need to prepare, study, mug up, no. Personality in the SSBs. Your skills, your knowledge matters, your attitude matters, but only one may not help you. It has to be a comprehensive test of all these qualities. So you need to develop your personality, and that is what we will do here during that course, which will start immediately, because personality cannot be developed in 1 or 2 weeks. Only we can moderate it, or we can highlight certain aspects. This is again the passing out parade. I said the other side in the previous picture. So here the people are going inside, and those who are passing out, they are passing out from this side. Why should you train to join or clear this? That is very, very important. You must, it's necessary that you train yourself and what you all are heading for. You all know the importance of training. It's to develop your skills, to change. As I said, it's a test of your personality. You need to change your skill, thinking, and all those things. And we can train you, that we are very sure of that. It gives an advantage. Knowing the process, knowing the procedure, it does give you an advantage. It helps you to do a SWOT analysis of yourself and prepare yourself. Your strength, you can build on it, you can enhance it, you can overcome your weakness, learn to exploit the opportunities that come your way, and avoid or thwart the threats that might be there in your personality. And that is what we will, during your stay with us, we will help you to do that. And finally, I would say that yes, get trained well in advance, as was brought out the importance, and I think it's a very, very great opportunity to do this integrated course, so that you can join the armed forces and serve the nation. Let me assure you, you need not do any extra effort. It is just that getting to know, yes, a little bit of study for the written exam is very much required. Rest is entirely preparing yourself. And what is it that you need to prepare? First, how can you prepare? Get into the habit of reading. It does help you a lot. Read whatever, in addition to your books, textbooks, try to read something. It could be a small magazine, it could be some storybook, it could be some newspaper. I'm not saying that you need to read those personality development books. No. Personality cannot be developed by reading books. But read something, get into the habit of reading. And second, that I would suggest that you start doing is doing something. Whatever you want to do, try to go and play games, go for some activities with your group. It does help a lot. So work on that. And that we will ensure that you do when you are here with us. And that is how we will help you to prepare. With that, I have finished. We are open to any sort of questions anyone wants.